Hello everybody. Today we have something a little bit different. For those of you who normally come to the channel here to watch me work on the Volvo, I have a 2009 Volvo S60 that I'll be passing along to my daughter here in just another month or so. Actually a little bit longer because she's still got to actually get her license. So that might not be for a little while yet. She's not in any huge hurry. Although when spring comes and it gets warm, I imagine she will be. She doesn't like driving in the snow right now. Anyways, I'm usually on the channel here doing videos such as how to change the oil or how to replace the inner and outer tie rod ends or an axle shaft or something like that. Just normal routine maintenance items. And I consider them routine maintenance items because I'm a do-it-yourselfer. These are things that anybody with any mechanical skills and a decent set of tools can do at home to help bring back or bring down the cost of maintaining your Volvo. And these things are really easy to work on. The reason I'm in the kitchen today, though, is there's a gentleman that had watched some of my videos and said, I have something for you I'd like you to take a look at. I'm going to send this to you. I think you could probably use it. You could review it, maybe use it on your channel, and let people know if you think it's good, or if it's not, tell me it's a load of crap. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I told him I'm pretty honest in my reviews. If it sucks, you're going to hear it from me. But he said, you know what? We've got a good product. We stand behind it. We don't have any problems with doing that. So he sent me this right here. This is the Veepeak ODBCheck Elite ODBII Diagnostics Scan Tool. He sent me this about a month ago. I have not yet had a chance to even take it out of the box. It's still sealed up here because life happens. I got sick, and whatever was going around messes with your throat and your voice and your chest a lot. And it gave me laryngitis, and it took me almost 3 weeks to get over it. And I still squeak a little bit, you'll hear here. But I'm finally getting to that point where I really want to check this thing out. This is the ODBCheck Elite from Veepeak. Supports all 10 ODBT modes, so you should be able to plug it into anything it uses an ODBII module. It says you can never go wrong with this scan tool. It offers many useful information. So you know there's a Chinese translation there. It offers many useful information for entry-level froze and savvy DIYer. I'm not sure what a fro is. I'm going to have to look that up. So they can quickly and efficiently troubleshoot ODBII problems on today's vehicles, and meantime, watch out the battery health condition. So I guess, you know, make sure the battery works. But it works on all cars, minivans, light-duty, ODBII and CAN buses, and the Volvo does have a CAN bus. In use in the USA since 1996, European vehicles since 2002, Asian vehicles since 2006. Has a battery check that lets you know the battery voltage and conditions. Supports all the ODBII protocols: CAN, J1850, PWM, KWTP 2000, ISO 9141, blah, 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 blah. Built-in troubleshooting tips, not all diagnostics codes, but troubleshooting tips. You can read and erase your generic codes, determine cause of the check engine light, all that kind of stuff. Read freeze frame data such as cylinder misfire check, evap check, O2 sensor check, read live stream data, all that kind of stuff. And you can software upgrade it by internet. So if something comes out to enhance the capabilities or fix a issue that this had, you can update it through a Windows PC. So let's open the box and see what we've got. Looky, the box has a box. Okay. That's cool. That's a nice little case this comes in. I like that. So let's unzip the box. No peeking. What's in there? Ooh, look at that. Check that out. It's a scanner. Oh, that thing looks cool. Look at that. That is sweet. That is a nice looking little unit. ODBCheck Elite has help, escape, OK, and your arrow buttons for your function. Looks like it also has USB. And I see down here at the bottom, I wish everybody would get away from this old style USB connector and go to a USB-C. That's I think that's mini USB, micro or mini. I get micro and mini confused. That's old one. And you have an instruction manual in here too. I have not used this yet. Don't know anything about how it works. Don't know if you have to plug it in to fire it up. Don't know if it takes batteries. Nothing about it. So, but it looks really cool, doesn't it? User manual has pictures and words. So I'm thinking I'm going to check the user manual out, and then we'll go plug it in, and we'll get back to you and see what it looks like. Alrighty, and we are in the car, and I have this plugged into my ODBII port, my data port, and it's already powered up. It is powered from the port. And you always want to plug these in before you turn the key on or anything like that. And you've got basically a diagnostics, IM monitor, which is it's inspection and maintenance. It's what this is where you would go to see if your emissions, like for those states that have emissions tests that you have to pass, that's where you would go to see what the status of your emissions stuff is, to see if there's anything you need to look at. A battery check, there's a battery voltage test before you start the car and after, you know, some setup information. We're going to go into that. Actually, this is going to be hard to do. I'm going to use the down arrow. See if I can turn some lights on in here. The down arrow. Oh yeah. And okay. And it shows me the software version, all that kind of stuff. Escape to get back out. And it pops right back up to the top left again. I'm going to go over to the battery check. 12.1. Battery is in good status. You don't even have to guess. It tells you. Nice. I've got... Let's go into there. It's reading. Oh, you know what? It's not going to find anything because I do not have the key on, so I don't think it's going to do anything. Let's see what happens. I think it's just going to time out here. This thing is really cool so far. I mean, just a little bit. Make sure vehicle ignition is on. Okay, yes. That would be... Okay, let's turn that down. And this is going to be... Let's turn the radio completely off. Okay. Let's try going back into that. Ooh, it shows me my status. Readiness, live data supported, ignition is spark. Okay. I can read codes, erase codes, do my emissions readiness test, get live data, and it's supposed to have like charts and all kinds of stuff. Freeze frame, if you have an emissions fault, at the time of the fault, it'll capture a snapshot of what was going on and save that, and that's what your freeze frame thing is. Oxygen sensor test, and that is not a live reading. All that does is show you your test as of the last time the system did its onboard test. Evap system. And in the book it says, depending on your car, make sure you know what you're doing if you enter that. The car, some cars have a sequence that you have to go through to enter into a evap system test, and a sequence you have to do to exit out of it. I don't know if my vehicle has a test or how to do any of that, So my suggestion is, if you don't know what you're doing with that, stay out. Don't go in and try to kick off any tests that you don't know how to run or get out of. Vehicle information. And this is just where you can go in and enter information specific to your vehicle so that you can save it. I'm going to exit back out. Go back in. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed here. I'm going to read any current codes. I should not have any codes, yes. Any permanent? Do I have any permanent codes? No, okay, good. I haven't had any codes on this vehicle in a while. So that is really good. O2 sensor test. Let's see if we can do this with it on. Bank 1 sensor 1. Vehicles does not support it. Okay, sensor 2. Rich to lean sensor. Passed. Lean to rich sensor. Passed. See, it says the minimum and maximum and the test value, so everything come back right. Minimum sensor voltage. Passed. And the maximum sensor voltage. My test value was 0.92. The maximum limit is 1.1, and the minimum is 0.44. So my maximum sensor voltage was up close to the top value, is what we want to see. That's good. That means my O2 sensor is working really good on this. And this car has 175,000 miles and is 10 years old. So those are the kinds of things you really want to start worrying about in a vehicle this old. Okay. I'm going to open the garage door here. Start the vehicle up. Roll my window up because it's cold out. See what my battery check is with a car running. 13.6, which is good. That's what it's supposed to be. Before starting, see, it tells you before starting and all that. It tells you exactly what it should be before or after starting. That's pretty cool. Gonna go back into the system. It is live data supported, 36. Let's go look at some live data. Let's see some graphic items. Load value, engine coolant, short-term fuel trim. Okay, so I've got 4 different. Let's go to my engine coolant. Oh, I think I hit load. Oh, I've got 2 different ones. But the black one is the load, and the red one is the engine temperature, and I just started it. And it's in Celsius. I want to change that potentially. Okay, now, how do I get out of this? Okay, just hold down so I can go down to short term. Oh yeah, see? If I put the little thing, let's go to short term and long term fuel. Interesting. Okay, get out of that. Let's go select some items to view that are not graphical. Live data. Okay. Load value. Okay, I guess this is all that's supported on this. Oh, you can go right and left. Oh my God. Fuel rail pressure. Engine RPM, vehicle speed, timing advance for #1 cylinder, air intake, airflow rate from mass airflow sensor, throttle position, O2 sensor, time sensitive engine start, commanded evaporative purge, the barometric pressure, really? Really? Oxygen sensor current, ambient air temperature, fuel air ratio. Wow. So I'm going to put in coolant and fuel rail. And how did you get it to do? Oh, just hit escape. So fuel pressure. Kilopascals. I'm going to have to find out what that means. This thing is really cool. I can see where I'm going to really like this. Let's go into the setup. Unit system, metric, US. Now let's go back into there. You're learning this basically as I am. Go back to my live data. Let's go select some items. Let's see. We'll choose the engine coolant. Let's go timing advance. Airflow rate. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Okay, coolant temperature is already up to 120. These things warm up really quick. Ignition timing advance for #1 cylinder. Airflow 4 pounds per minute. "45-degree timing advance." Wow. That is cool. Let's add in some engine RPM with the timing advance. Wow, that's cool. And we're back out to the beginning. So, I know that's not a complete test and it's rather a quick kind of demo kind of thing, and that's all we're wanting to do right now. Take a look at this thing, check it out, see what we think, and I think it's really cool. I'm gonna look online real quick as soon as I get done with this. Let's go back inside the house actually and see how much this would cost you if you decided you like it and went online to decide to buy it, because I like this. This is gonna be such a huge help. You know, like I said, this has got 175,000 miles. It's getting to that point where I'm going to start having failures, and it's going to be important to me to go, it's going to be important that I can go diagnose those failures quickly and easily. I'm going to be passing this to my daughter. She's going to have to learn how to take care of it and maintain it. I'm not going to be maintaining her vehicle for her forever. She's only 16, so I'm going to be working on helping her out. But, you know, I'm going to start transitioning some of that over. As a vehicle with this many miles on it, I don't want to go spend, you know, 75 or for $100 just for somebody to pull a code that says, oh, your gas cap needs replacing. I want to be able to do that myself. So you know, it's really important that I have the tools to be able to do that. So let's go see how much you would spend if you had to get this tool. All right, I am back inside the house. I'm sitting in front of my computer right now, and I am on Amazon to see how much this thing costs. And you're not going to believe it when you normally go out and see these things, especially with a color screen and everything starting at $100 and so forth. This is $47, $46.99 on Amazon. That is an awesome price. Only 7 ratings on it right now, but they're good ratings. I tell you what, I would pay that in a heartbeat. I've got one of those little Bluetooth things that you plug in to read your ODBII thing. And I think I paid like $15 for that, so another $30 basically, and I could have got one of these. And the bad part about the Bluetooth ones, the Bluetooth ones that you plug into your ODBII port and then use a tablet or your phone, you got to download the software, and any of your free software isn't really that good. There's a couple out there that you can read some codes and maybe erase a code. The ones that I tried were kind of slow and basic. I mean, they weren't horrible, but if you want added functionality, you're going to have to end up paying something, and then you're at the same price that this is. Why not just get this then? So, yeah. And the Bluetooth one, I had to get 2 of the Bluetooth ones. One wouldn't pair with my phone. I ended up getting it paired with a tablet, but not my phone. So, you know, I ended up spending between the 2 of those almost as much as I would have spent just getting this to begin with. So far, I mean, I haven't had to go clear any codes or anything, but this is everything that you need to be able to do that kind of stuff and read some advanced codes. Of course, we didn't go in deep to look at it because I don't have any codes on my vehicle to look up. Do I think it'll do it? Heck yes. That's basic stuff on any of your code readers, so like the extra items like your graphing and all that is gravy. I think this is very well worth the money, and I would be happy to get one of these. I can't wait to actually... I don't want to have to use it on my car. I'm going to look for somebody else. You got any codes on your car? Let me see what they are. Because I don't want them on mine. I don't want mine to have troubles. It's a beautiful car, and it's in beautiful condition, and I want it to stay that way, which is exactly kind of why I'm getting these kinds of things. I want to help maintain it. Anyway, I've had a little bit of fun opening this and checking it out, and I hope you got a little bit of fun out of my silliness reviewing it. But in all seriousness, if you're going to be a proper do-it-yourselfer in your garage working on your car, eventually you're going to need a code scanner. And this one looks like an awesome little device. Small but easy to read screen. The plug plugged in super easily and did not come loose when I tried to tug on it, which is really nice because some of these just fall right out. Everything you need in this code in a code reader. So yes, my recommendation is a big thumbs up. And until something else breaks or until I get another video out there, see you guys later.